Hey guys, it's Dante with another Dante's Comedy Tips. Today I would like to talk to you guys about material and how it can affect your act. And what I mean by that is, first of all, there are certain types of words that are taboo to an audience, such as cancer. If you talk about cancer in your act, you better be a professional, okay? Otherwise, you're just gonna get sympathy laughs. I'm talking about throwing the word cancer into your show affects your show, and I'll tell you why. Everyone sitting there knows someone who either has cancer, died from cancer, they had it themselves, something like that. So they're sitting there relaxing at a comedy show to get away from their life, and now you're bringing up cancer. So that's a major taboo. I learned a great lesson one time. A guy named AJ Jamal and we went to England to perform all over England. We went with Bruce and James Stevens III. It was the four of us doing a BET tour in the 90s. We played Lewisham Theatre. We played the, all the big theaters in London. Hackney Empire. But what happened was, when we got up on stage, we realized a lot of our material bombed. And we were killers in America, killers. We were all on BET and Def Jam and all these shows, and we go over there and they're paying us a lot of money to come there, and certain things that we said fell flat because they didn't translate. They didn't have the same cartoons as us. They didn't have the lottery, things like that. But the lesson I learned on that tour that day was, I walked into AJ's dressing room and he said, "Dante, your joke about the fat woman on the airplane didn't work. Do you want to know why?" And I had done comedy at that point, maybe 15 years, and he had probably done it 20, 25 or something. And I was open to criticism, but I'm sure I was slightly offended, as anyone is when they get off the stage and someone wants to give them a critique. But I've always been open. I'm never I don't know, whatever. Don't get offended by criticism, but I'm sure I did at the time. But it stuck with me forever, and I didn't show him I was offended. But what he said to me was, "Do you know why it didn't work?" And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Because every woman watching your show thinks she's fat." And I realized, wow, he's right. Every woman I've ever known, even the skinniest, think that they're fat. So if you talk about a fat woman on an airplane, every woman in that room thinks you're talking about her. It's true. Even the skinniest woman at a showroom still thinks she's fat. He goes, "Try talking about it being a man on the airplane instead of a woman, a fat man." He goes, "Because guys can call each other fat and go play video games within the hour. You call a woman fat, she'll never forget you. You ask if she's pregnant, she'll never forget your name. I promise you this." So that was a great lesson, and I did change it, and I did move it to be a man, and now the joke works, and it works all the time. So just think about certain things that you do or say in your act and how they can affect your act. You don't want to have things in there that bring people down, and also there's interesting things that you can bring up to lead you into other subjects, even if you don't have jokes about them. Like, for example, I taught a comedy class years ago, and one of my students worked at NASA, and he made this, I don't know what it was, some part on the Mars rover. He invented it. And I was like, "Hey man, talk about that in your act, because you already have all these nerdy jokes. People are gonna be so interested to find out that you invented something that's on Mars." You know what I mean? So already you've got their attention. So think about what you say in your act, how it's going to affect people, how it could affect them in a negative way, in a positive way. Think about things just past the joke. Think about why they work and why they don't. But that lesson I learned from AJ Jamal was so important. I've carried it with me forever. I hope you guys are enjoying these. We're almost to 100. That's crazy. I hope you follow. I hope you like. I hope you comment. I hope you subscribe. Oh, click. Oh.